What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be doing a video on why are you being honest? So the question is, why are you being honest? Women lie all the time about how many guys they've slept with, about what they actually want, about their jobs, etc. You don't owe women honesty, in my opinion. If you can get pussy without lying, then you know what, this video isn't for you. But this is for the guy who has been nice and, and constantly gets fucked over by women. Dating in this generation sucks, but I'm not here to rant and rave about how unfair the system is. Instead, I'm going to present a formidable solution or a bunch of solutions. So, my personal solution is lie, 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 and lie some more. If a woman is looking for a relationship, tell her you're looking for one too. It's all about selling the dream. Lie about how much you make, lie about your job. This is why these so-called bad boys, these so-called alpha males are busting gallons of nut inside your dream girl while you have to wait, while you're at home, busy fucking jerking off to some Pornhub. He's busy coming inside of your girl. And why? Because he's willing to do whatever it takes to stay ahead of the game. You have to learn to become cunning. You have to learn to become malevolent. Most of the men that are really and truly good with women are a bunch of sociopaths. Even some of these so-called alphas that are so honest, they lie all the time. They lie to get what they want. And that is the dark truth behind seduction. So, my question for you is, as a nice guy who's being honest, why must you settle for a woman when she's been rammed through our whole life and now you have to settle with her? When she's old and used up, to me, that just doesn't make sense. So, you as a person, to whomever I'm speaking to, you have to be willing to stay ahead of the game by any means necessary. I've been working in sales for about 5 years, and I make a decent amount of money, and I have a high client base. But that client base didn't build itself overnight. I lied to my clients about how many clients I actually had. I would tell my clients that I was in a meeting with another client while a client was calling me. I mean, these sort of psychological tricks sort of make the client want to be a part of you because they see how busy you are, which means that if you have a lot of clients that you're working with, they want to work with you as well. And it's the same with women. A woman doesn't want to be with a guy, right, that doesn't have his own life, number one. She wants a guy who's constantly busy, a guy who's constantly surrounded by women. And that's some of the things that you're going to have to do to stay ahead of the game. Now, for some of you, I know it's going to be, it's immoral, it's this, it's that. But I mean, if you're not getting laid, if you're not getting laid, why are you still doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the same results? I'm speaking from sometimes personal experience. Like I've been in the game for about nearly 6 years. Okay, 6 years ago, I wouldn't have lied to a female. I would have been honest about my intentions. I would have, planned a date or whatever. And guess what? I would get fucked over. She would either be super flaky or, make up some story about how her cat got ran over or something like that. And then, you go on Facebook and then you see her out in the club with another guy or something. So for me, I don't understand why you're being honest. Most women don't lose a wink of sleep. They don't care if they've ruined your Saturday or your Tuesday evening. They don't care. So you should do the same. you should do the same. If a woman says, "Oh, I'm busy" or whatever, lie to her and tell her you got other plans. Actually make other plans. That's what you should do in the seduction community. You shouldn't only just be focused on chasing women, but you should also be chasing hobbies and other things. Something that I like to do is, if I have a date, I would plan 2 other dates. It's out of habit, it's out of being let down a lot. So I would plan my main date, and if my main date doesn't work out, I have 2 other dates to fall back onto. It's as simple as that. You have to be willing to lie. Lie about how many girls you sleep with. Lie about your intentions with women. Learn to sell the dream. Once you have learned that, once you have actually mastered that, you'll actually get what you want from life. But for now, women don't actually deserve your honesty. They don't. Like I said, women lie all the time. So why are you being honest? So the second part of this whole "why are you being honest" is take away their buying power. That is the second part. A woman's only real value comes from sex. Okay? That's their main buying power. Most women. Yeah, if you have to look at it from an economic perspective, most women, you would have to consider them being the main consumer, them having more choices and options when it comes to choosing guys and stuff. And this is true. Even the most alpha of alphas, even the most good-looking guy, can be considered last. Okay, women with Tinder, Bumble, Facebook, Instagram, they have more options than ever. And as a guy, you're going to have to compete with 30 to 40 guys. I always say this, that you will always get a female that is a 3, right? And she will still have more sexual options than a guy that is a 5 or a 6. That's the kind of sad world we're living in. You know, like back in the day, like, if a guy had a really good job, if a guy, was making corporate, he drove a nice car, he had a nice house, he was living a decent life. He wasn't super rich, but he was living a decent life. He had more, they would say he had more buying power. Okay? He could choose a wife. He could choose how many, he had more power than most women do right now, okay? Until women really decide who they sleep with. For women, she can get laid very easily and almost effortlessly. Even a 3 has more buying power than a guy who is a 5 or a 6. And I'm reading this from an article. So most of you are asking yourself, so what does this have to do with lying? It's really pretty simple. Women are, I don't know how to even put this. I mean, like, women are very messed up creatures. They sleep with guys who treat them like crap. And in my opinion, in order to get those sort of girls, you're gonna learn to have to be like those guys. If you're gonna be like Honest Tom, then Chad is gonna get your girl. It's as simple as that. When I was working in sales, I had to sell crap to consumers or to clients that they didn't want. I mean, they didn't even want the products in the first place, but, in sales, you have to learn to sell this crap to people that don't even really want it. And you have to ask yourself, how exactly are you going to do it? So, by being, in my opinion, the best salesman is not always the honest salesman, or the best broker lies to his clients about the market. It's part of nature. It's part of survival. It's what we do. I mean, yes, like I said in the first part, if being honest gets you laid, like I said, this video isn't for you. But I'm speaking to some guy out there that is frustrated with being honest because he's being screwed over more than if he was. I mean, what at what point do you think to yourself, why am I doing this? It's like if you've ever played Far Cry 3, there's this character called Vaas, right, who says that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. If you're the kind of person that's doing the same shit over and over again, expecting different results, you are, by definition, insane. But what I wanted to say to you about this is you have to learn to sell yourself. Okay? Learn to sell yourself, especially on Tinder or wherever you can truly advertise yourself, and learn to sometimes lie to females. You have to stay ahead of the competition. A woman that is a 5 has about 30 to 40 guys in her DMs or in her Tinder a week. Okay? You have to compete with 40 guys. All right? You have to compete with 40 guys. How are you going to do that if you're just going to be honest and say, hey, listen, I'm an average dude who plays fucking video games. The most I've ever achieved was, let's say, I've unlocked 2 golden guns in Modern Warfare. I don't know. I don't play fucking video games. I'm just using this as an example. But if you tell her, hey, listen, I surf on the weekends, you know, just take a picture of you actually, like, just on a board in the water. You don't actually have to say anything, because you know what? How is a woman going to argue with you if you show her just you on a board, or, like, let's say you're just sitting on a board? She's not going to argue with you. She's probably never dated a surfer, and so for her, this is a bit of a unique situation. Maybe she's always wanted to sleep with a surfer dude. You have to understand, most women are like guys. Most guys are mostly like women, okay? Women have a sort of fetish, have a sort of, like, they have this collective mentality. Like, I've seen most guys who sort of, like, have this, like, notch list, right? About the different women he slept with. You know, some guys are like, hey, listen, I've slept with an Asian, I've slept with a black woman, I've slept with a Muslim woman, I've slept with this kind of woman, but I've never slept with a woman from, let's say, Mexico, right? So he's going to be more obliged to sleep with a woman from Mexico than he would do if he slept with a black or white or a woman that is Muslim. You see, you have... in order to be ahead of the game, you're going to have to sell yourself a bit more. And even if that means lying to her, that's also an option. You don't have to be a pro surfer. Just saying. Just take a picture of you doing something where you mention it. Even if you say, listen, I've played hockey in college, you know, just take a picture with you in a girdle, skates, jersey, and you just take a picture on the ice. And that should suffice. She's not going to argue with you and say, oh, you're lying or whatever. It doesn't work like that. But yeah, guys, thanks for listening to my video. Leave comments, leave likes, subscribe to my channel. I will be putting more videos up like this. So stay tuned.